people, it's Deanne, and I'm going to break down the melodic part for Here Comes the Sun, written by George Harrison. I did an earlier video where we talked about a simplified strumming style for this song, and now we'll break down some of the melodic bits that go over top of that. In order to play with record key, you're going to need your capo on the 7th fret. We'll start with the intro, and then we'll get to a riff that commonly shows up in the verse and chorus. And just know that a lot of the melodic bits for this song happen to be played over top of the chord formation itself. So in a lot of instances, we're just going to start with the chord itself and then play around with that for the melody. So I'm going to take this measure by measure for the intro, and we'll start with the first measure. So the plucking style is down, up, and that will help you play it more easily if you stick to that picking direction. So there's a rest at the beginning for the first beat, and then it goes to a down on a D chord, and up on the 3, down on the 0, up on the 2, down on the 0, and then up on the 3, 2. I'll play that again. The second measure, again built over a D chord. So I'll play that again more slowly. So I've just released my fingers for the last beat. Now we're going to get to the third measure, where it's going to be played over basically a G chord. So I'm getting my bottom fingers ready for the G. Now my third finger is going to go on the 2nd string, 3rd fret for the first 2 beats of that measure. So it's releasing that 3rd finger for the last beat, so I'll play that again. And now the 4th measure is played over an A7. I'll play that one more time, just basically playing a down strum on the A7, except we're not hitting that first string right away. The 5th measure, same as the first, but we've got an extra beat at the beginning. And then the 6th measure, same as the 2nd. Now the 7th measure, I'm going to make a G formation again, except releasing my 2nd finger so that it is able to hit that 2nd fret of the 1st string. Actually, I'll play that one more time. So the A7 is actually an upstroke. One more time. Okay, so that's the intro. You can take that measure by measure and then start to string it together. The riff that shows up in the verses and the chorus is, it looks a little bit like this. So I've got a 4-3-0, 2-3-0, 0-3, and so on and so forth. So I'll just play it for starters, and then we'll break it down. Okay, so we're going to place our 2nd and 3rd fingers like so on the 2nd and 3rd strings, and we're just going to pluck down. And then the 1st finger goes on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And then we release that. Back to the 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And then we have these pull-offs. So we're going to start like so on the 2nd string. So that's a pull-off. You're hearing 2 notes, but I'm only plucking down once. And then we're going to pull off on this note here. Right. And then a down pluck on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So I'll play that together. So let's have a a look at the bridge for Here Comes the Sun. You should have the tablature for it. You'll notice that there is some different timing in it, which I did go over and explain a little bit with the tutorial where we were demonstrating the strumming. So for the melodic bit for the bridge, it will go something like this. So that repeats over and over again. I'll do this a bit slower now. We'll take it one measure at a time perhaps. So what turns out to be the first measure of the bridge. So I'm going down, up, down, 0, 4, 2, 0, 4, 2. So I'm using my third and first fingers for this. And then the second measure of the bridge, I'm just basically making an F formation and plucking the fourth, third, and second strings, just all downs. And then the third measure of the bridge, I'm making a C chord and basically going 5, 4, 3. That's it, all down. And then the fourth measure of the bridge, it's over a G formation, so I'm going. So you're starting on the fifth string and going down, jumping back up to the sixth. And then for the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth measure of the bridge, I'm just doing a D. Sorry. So it's a bit of a strumming pattern really for that measure. And then the sixth measure of the bridge over an A7 is just 2 down strums on A7. So again, let's try that again. First measure. Now we're in the second measure. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay. Now that repeats like something like 6 times. And then the last time it goes through, once you hit the A7, this is what happens. And then you follow the musical traffic lights to the next part of the song. So again, the last time that bridge riff happens, there's a little bit of a strumming pattern that happens over top of A7. I'll do that one more time. All over an A7 formation. And then the outro, as you'll see there, the last thing that happens in the piece is just a repetition of one part of the bridge. So it's over an F, a C, a G, and then we just end on a whole note, D. So and that's how the song ends. I'll do that one more time. So I would recommend just taking those bits, like start on the intro and take it measure by measure and try to get some muscle memory happening, and then move to the riff, and then move to the bridge, and then the outro, and just see if you can seam it all together and try to play along with the recording. Now remember that when you bring up the YouTube version, you can slow it down in the settings, the playback speed, so that might help you in terms of playing along with the recording. So have fun with this.